Hey, everybody, this is Marcel Petit, the Sports Inquirer. I'm happy to be joined one-on-one with head coach of Georgia Tech volleyball, Michelle Collier. Coach, thanks for joining us. I know it's been a very active early part of the season for you, but let's start with the Central Florida contest. You were able to win 3 matches overall, improved your national ranking. Before we get to the specifics, overall impressions of this first weekend and having to play three very competitive matches in a short span.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a great weekend for us. Very proud of our players and our staff. Just to put ourselves in a position to compete at that level early on in our season. It's really, really important. We still know that there's a long season and a long ways to go and get better. Um, but it was fun to see how we responded to a very challenging weekend. 3 great teams. They're very used to winning. And so we really had to step up. We had to play 2 really tough matches in one day, which that was definitely a physical and mental challenge for us, and we really were able to come out of it on top, which speaks a lot for our group, and I know the things that we were able to fight through and get better. So just really excited. I mean, couldn't ask for a better weekend. Obviously, still a lot of things we want to get better at, but we played 3 great teams and we came out of that 3-0. So, very, very proud of our group for that.
You're able to beat Penn State, your first nationally win against a nationally ranked team in about 4 years, highest ranked win since 2003. I know it's a long season and a lot has to take place, but what does a marquee win like that in your season opener against Penn State does it mean for you and exposure to the program? You obviously got ranked a lot higher. You're currently number 12. No, you're very highly ranked in the country, but you're now top 15. Just what does that mean for you to get a win like Penn State to be on the national radar?
Yeah, I mean, we have lots of respect for the Penn State program. I mean, they've been a dominant program, in the sport of volleyball for very, very many, many years. So there's a lot of respect there for that type of program and what they were able to achieve. So for us, it's a great, I think, reassuring win that we're doing the right things. I felt like even when we lost to Minnesota in the second round at the tournament last year, I really felt like we competed well against them. And there were some little things on our side that if we were able to execute better, we could have competed even better. Um, so I really felt like we could have competed at a high level, and we really, we worked really hard to put our team in a position to do that, and they executed. They played with a lot of confidence. Uh, Penn State's a very good team. It's got lots of great players and great coaches, and this wasn't a thing that was handed down to us. We earned that win. We really played good volleyball. We played well. We played efficient, and our team played with some confidence. I told them in the locker room that we wouldn't put them through that type of schedule if we didn't think we could win matches and compete at that level. And they responded. So it was really cool to see that.
And we were able to watch a Central Florida match, the host team for the tournament, drop the first set, able to win the next 3 sets. This looked like it was a very good opportunity for you to test your team playing in a. Remember the past year we've had non-traditional we've had some home contests, but full crowd, good atmosphere, able to
Mhm.
come back from a set down. Your freshman Bianca Bertolino had a double in that contest. What about her performance and just the team being able to show resolve after dropping a first set?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we played a UCF team that won. It was fresh. It was in their home court, their first match of the year. We had played a tough match against Penn State earlier that morning. Um, but just another really great team, very well coached, a great coaching staff, a great team that really pushed us in different ways than Penn State did, and we had to learn through the match and really adapt and fight. We played with a lot of heart in that game. We really pull it through with just making plays at the right time and really being confident that we really wanted that win. And I think that that is a team that hasn't lost at home very often. They got a great home environment, and for us to be able to, play a back-to-back teams like that and really step up against UCF, I think it was a big mental challenge for us. What they were doing, a lot of things, they were blocking really well. So we had to do some things outside of our comfort zone a little bit to really find ways to be efficient and win. And we did that. We made plays when we needed to make plays. And I think that that's what an experienced, confident team and in a top 25 team, it's going to have to do to compete at that level. And we responded. So very proud of just how we got it out and won that match.
Yeah, and then also Bianca had a double-double in kills and digs in that match. What
Yeah.
about her development being a freshman, having to crack a really strong outside hitter rotation and
Mhm.
her being able to not only make the lineup, but also contribute all throughout that tournament?
Yeah, Bianca has been doing great. She's adapting really well to our group, to the things that we want to do. I think that the way we play definitely favors a lot of her strengths. She's a great all-around player, really understands the game, good defensive player, consistent serve receive player, good server. So she really does play the game, in all phases, really well and really consistent. So I think that she's getting better and more comfortable. But she's filling in a big role there, and she's has really responded and stepped up and have been pretty consistent for us, which I think it's really really important. So very proud of how she's adjusting. I think that the team loves her. She's a great addition to our culture and to our group, and we really love having her around. And I can't wait for her to keep getting better. I mean, it's not a bad freshman start for her.
Yeah, and she benefits with Julia Bergman, who was the tournament MVP, and Mariana Brambilla, also on the all tournament team. Is this, I know you don't like compare teams and players, but as far as depth wise, is this one of the stronger offensive units you have, including Maddie McKissick, the setter, who had 40 plus assists in each of those matches? Do you think this has potential to be the best offensive team that you've had at Georgia Tech or one of the better ones?
I think this is by far the most depth we have had in our roster for sure. I think that every player in our roster is really capable of playing and executing at a high level. Um, it's been a good problem to have. I think that players are really responding to the competition. I think they're bought into what it takes to be a great team and the type of team that we want to be. We need to be deep in positions. Our freshmen are doing a great job. They're challenging, um, our starters, and they're really pushing them to keep getting better and to not really take their foot off the gas, because I think that there's a lot of people knocking on the door right behind them. So it's been a great atmosphere to just be a part of and really see kind of come through. I mean, that's obviously what we worked really, really hard for with our recruiting and our training is we want to have a gym full of great volleyball players, and then great teammates, and those things are not always um, easy to maintain. But I think that we have great people in our team, and they're good for each other. They help each other while they're also competing with one another, and helping our program keep getting better. So I'm excited to see the depth and just what we're going to be able to do this year, because we're going to need it. So it's a long season, and we're going to need every single one of the players that we have in our gym here to keep making themselves better and keep improving, for us to continue to compete at a high level. So I'm excited, and it's been a great start. So very, very proud of them.
And now you go to the Long Beach State tournament in California, where you're going to face the 49ers as well as nationally ranked UCLA. Before we get to that Long Beach matchup, looking at your non-conference or preseason schedule before you get to ACC play, what's the balance as far as facing really competitive teams, but also getting your teams to be in strong form before you get to conference play? Do you look at different styles of play of these different teams? Do you have previous relationship with some of these coaches? How do you make this non-conference schedule that's one of the strongest in the country that you're in right now?
Yeah, I think that our schedule was very intentional. We knew we were going to have an experienced group. I think that 3 years ago when this freshman class came in, they're now our seniors. We had a vision of what they could do and where they could take us, and it's been cool to see the stages. And we're not cutting corners. We're really earning our way up in the rankings. We're earning our victories. We're earning our respect. I think that nothing has been handed down and given to us. We really have had to work really, really hard for the things that were making it happen. So we wanted to challenge ourselves. We wanted to really play some great teams, put ourselves in a great RPI position going into conference, because that was one of the things that in the past maybe we didn't take advantage of as much as possible. So I think that just a solid schedule, I think different, like even in just the UCF tournament was 3 completely different teams. We're going to the West Coast, which is, a little bit of different style of volleyball. These players have played for a very, very long time since a young age. They know the game. They're good, all around players. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a great chance Long Beach has got a great home environment, great coaches, a very solid team. They came here 2 years ago, and we owe them a return. So it's great that we're getting to go over there. We're going to go make it a little team trip, business trip, and at the same time take advantage of just continuing to build our culture and our team chemistry and all these things that we try to do while we're on the road, competing. So it's going to be exciting. And again, UCLA, I don't think Georgia Tech has played them in a while, and so it's a pretty good chance to just play another very traditional program that's been doing really good for the sport. And for us, it's a fun weekend for us to go out there and compete against some great teams.
Yeah, and then Long Beach State, they're 2-1 on the year, strong outside hitters and Williams and Lovett. They've already played a tournament themselves. What about that matchup? What have you seen from them, especially going to their home court, traveling across the country? What will that matchup be like for you, specifically Long Beach State? Because I know you haven't looked at UCLA yet.
Yeah.
I've learned that over the years with you, not
Good
to
job.
look at.
Good job.
Yes, the next opponent on the docket. But what about Long Beach State? I'm sure you've been able to review some of their stuff already. What do you see from them?
Yeah, I think that they're a very solid team. Those 2 outsides are very physical, very high level players. They're doing a lot of really solid things. I think they're trying to find their consistency within their lineup and what those first weekends can throw at you. I know they're fired up to play us, so we're definitely looking forward to a chance to compete there at the Pyramid. I mean, it's a great home environment, and so we're excited. We know their coaches are great people, and they've been awesome putting this tournament together. And we're looking forward to go out there and competing. And every team, is going to be getting better and better as the weeks go on. So I know that they'll be a better team than they were last week, and they'll be excited for their home, to be playing at home. So it'll be a good challenge for us to go out there and try to continue to compete at a consistent level.
Does building the culture include some beach trips or go down to Hollywood or anything like that,
Yeah,
as far as the visit
we
goes?
might do some stuff with them. It just kind of depends on where we are, how tired they are from the trip. We are going 2 days before our match, so we can get used to the time change a little bit. Get our bodies and our rest kind of somewhat level to help us, because we're going to be competing late at night, against them. So we're trying to help ourselves really. Obviously, our performance and that stuff is a priority, but we usually try to find a way to mix business and pleasure when possible. And I'm sure we'll have something fun in store for them, as always.
All right, Michelle, thanks for your time. We greatly appreciate it, and safe travels to California.
Thank you. Appreciate you.